Hi Gemini Rising, this is your new moon video. I know I said I wasn't going to do it, but I'm doing it. So here's the thing, all this new moon is happening in your first house where you now have Jupiter, where you now have the moon is going to be there, the sun is there, Venus is there, Mercury is going to join the party. And while this is an opportune time to set goals, to expand, to be ambitious, you probably feel like there's some blockages and you can't just quite get clarity on what you want to do because there are squares to Saturn and Pisces. So in your 10th house. So maybe there's some job things that are going on. There's just some unknowing things. I would say get all the information, make a pros and cons list, and then move forward. This is such a really sweet new moon for new beginnings. I say if you have any goals you want to accomplish, big or small, this would be the moon to set the intentions for. Alrighty, and really like feeling yourself. Pulling a card. This is heartache and loss. A 3. Gemini rules the 3rd house, so maybe there's communication and you had to end things with somebody. Always know that endings are new beginnings. Maybe it's a job loss and you're like, it's hard to find who you are and move in the new world. You can do it. You got it. Cancer Rising, this is your Gemini New Moon video. This is happening in your 12th house of healing, spirituality, and the endings of things, okay? You have so much energy in the 12th house. You might be a little sad, a little unnerved, a little on edge, quite sensitive. This is a time where you're being asked to really dive deeply into a spiritual-based practice, into some therapeutic healing work to really become who you're meant to become, who you are out in this world, how people perceive you, how you're going to reach your goals and ambitions, because the next season is your season when everything's going to be in your first house, right? So this is really a good time to do the work, to journal, right? Communicate with a therapist, Gemini-like behaviors. You're going to have Jupiter in the 12th house for a year. So really expanding on all the things, your spirituality, your faith, and the things that you need to heal. So if you've been putting things on the back burner, this is the time to set some new beginnings on how you can heal those things, okay? In a very communicative way. Here we go. This is hope. I love it. There is always hope. We get so disheartened from whatever. Life is just really effed up right now, right? Don't be disheartened. Have hope. Look for support. Hi Leo and Leo Rising. This is your Gemini New Moon video that I said I wouldn't do, but I'm a Leo Rising. I need it. I need to do it. Anyway, and it's happening in my 11th house. This is also happening in your 11th house. And there is this wanting to connect with your community, connect with your network, creating new networks, starting new projects, social media, getting out there, being seen, and really like doing that type of work. If this is about any of those, this new moon is gonna help you just be out there, okay? So get out there in your community, get out there and let everybody know you have a project, you're on this new platform. You have Jupiter in the 11th house, the sun, the moon, Mercury, and Venus. If this is about helping women, this is an opportune time to do that and just letting people know. Let's pull a card. I was shuffling them while I was talking. This is accelerated motion. Yeah, with the sextiles to Mars and Aries, you have fuel on this flame. It is like, get after it, go after it. You might be exhausted, but this is such a good time to network and be in social gatherings. So intentions around that area. Hi Virgo and Virgo Rising, this is your Gemini New Moon video, and it looks like my Virgos are on the up and up, and that's because you're having some squares that are actually having you to make some actual action. Like you can't just sit and think about things, you actually have to think about the things and implement it. And I know, I love a Virgo, but I know sometimes y'all get caught up in your heads. You guys share Mercury as the planet that rules you. This is your Gemini New Moon video. This is happening in your 10th house, that house of career. I know Geminis who are thinking about leaving their jobs, who've got new jobs, who are really pivoting, and I love that for y'all. So if this is something that you've been thinking about doing, pivoting in your career, asking for a raise, asking for leadership, it needs to be communicated because people cannot read your mind. I know you think people can, they can't. Okay, Virgos? Venus is there, so if you're in a business with women, this can be asking women, supporting women, having women come in and support you. Mercury is going to enter there on Monday, so there's going to be lots of communication energy in the house of career and legacy and image. So use that to catapult you to what you want to do. Let's pull a card for you. Let's go. It is rejoice and celebration. I love this for you all. So it's either you rejoicing yourself, coming to realization that, yeah, you are your magic. You do have. Hi, Libra risings. This is your Gemini New Moon video. I know I said I wasn't doing them, but here I am. This Gemini New Moon is happening in your 9th house. It is connecting to your sun. It's trining your sun or your rising, your ascendant, right? Or any other placements you have in Libra. What a great new moon to set some intentions around long distance travel. If you're in a court case, getting documents and evidence for your lawyer, if you're the lawyer, just really stacking the evidence, stacking the contract, stacking that paperwork to prove your case so you can win. If this is about taking the college course, going back to school, this is an opportune time to do all of those things as well, because we know Gemini loves information. The 9th house loves higher education. So it is a really sweet time to do that. Let's pull a card for you. It's also asking you to stop second guessing yourself because it's going to make aspects to the South Node in your 9th house. Here's the card for you, which is a 6, material and spiritual prosperity. If this has something about leaning into spiritual based practices, finding a guru, finding a teacher, because that's 9th house as well, or teaching, and that's how you want to make money, this is the moon to set intentions. You will find that support. Hi, Scorpio rising. This is your Gemini New Moon video, and I love you. I've missed y'all so much. And this is happening in your 8th house of shared resources, shared finances, intimacy, death and rebirth, transformation. Gemini New Moon there, along with Jupiter there now, the Sun there, Venus there, and Mercury being there on the 8th, on the 3rd, is really asking you to communicate your wants, wishes, and needs, to really talk about the things that you need to let go and move forward, to share with your partner, and could be platonic, it can be romantic, about what you need deeply. It is communicative energy. And if you're not communicating, Jupiter is going to expand that kind of like, I don't feel like this is right. It's going to expand that feeling. So this is a good time, if you want to communicate around that and set some intentions around how you want to move forward and how you want your communication to look like with people you share money with, you share your bed with, you share your body with. All right, let's pull a card. There we go. It is financial and material changes. Sometimes the cards just be carding, right? And they be knowing the energy is always right. Change, we hate it. Scorpios, fixed sign, hate change. Have the Hi Sag and Sag rising. It's your Gemini New Moon video, and boy oh boy, 7th house energy. It is time to communicate your wants, wishes, and needs in your friendships, your collaborations, your partnerships that contain contracts. So this could be a marriage partnership. This can be a business partnership. This can be a partnership with an astrologer, a therapist. It is people you are in a relationship, one-to-one relationships that are contract-based. This is about communicating your wishes, wants, and needs in a very loving kind of way. It's at a 16. Venus is there, Jupiter is there. So it's really opening your eyes to what you want, to what you need in partnerships. And I love this for you. This is your sister sign, so you don't think you are a lot like Gemini, but you are. And yeah, let's do that. Here we go. I know it. Say it with your chest. Solar plexus chakra. It is the chakra that's like right here. And that's where we get our confidence. That's where we get our, it's our confidence. It's where we feel like our best selves, where we can say things confidently and do things confidently. And I don't know if you've been feeling a little ho-hum or self-conscious. Maybe you need to find Capricorn and Capricorn rising. This is your Gemini New Moon video. I know I said I wasn't going to do it, but here I am. This is happening in your 6th house, that house of daily schedule, your colleagues, your health, your wealth, your fitness. Not your wealth, but your health and your fitness, which is wealth. You know what I'm saying? You know, Gemini is 6 signs away from you. Quincunxes you. You really don't have anything in common with a Gemini. That's that's just the nature of the astrology. And I'm in a relationship with a Gemini, and it's interesting and it's great. And I'm saying this all to say there are things that we can learn about Gemini season as a Capricorn that has you being able to communicate clearly, taking in information, saying things from your chest. And this is something that you might need to do in the workspace, with your family, getting your schedule together, because really your health and your fitness and really finding time for yourself should be priority. And Capricorns can be workaholics, right? So use this time to really communicate what you need from other people so you can rest and restore, okay? Okay, let's pull a card for you. Let's see what it is. It is the universe. Yeah, I think this is a time where the universe is really just asking you, hey, what do you need from me? I will freely give it to you if you just ask for it. And this is also, you have all the tools you need to make the things happen. Hi Aquarius and Aquarius rising. This is your Gemini New Moon video. This is going to be a sweet little new moon for you. Not little, but because it trines your Aquarius placements. It's a fellow air sign. So if your sun, your moon, your rising, or any other big placements you have in Aquarius, this new moon is going to give it an extra va-va-va-boom to make intentions happen. So this is happening in your 5th house, that house of creativity, self-expression, romance, dating, children. I say set some intentions around having fun in those things. I think sometimes Aquarius, they know they can have fun, but they get very serious because Saturn used to be their ruler, And Gemini is cackle, ha ha ha, good time. So use this energy while you have Venus in the 5th house. If you want to have some children, this might be a time to set intentions around that. Dating, but going out, having a good time. I know here in California it's June gloom, but this would be like going out for dates, coming back into if you're a writer, coming back to that, just really coming from sacral energy and communicating that with other people. Let's find a card for you. It is balance. All in the logic sometimes, and not any of the let's go with the flow. And Aquarius, even though they like to think outside the box, they aren't very good with the flow people. So find back. Hi Pisces and Pisces rising. This is your Gemini New Moon video. I said I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm doing them anyway. I will not give you any shit this time around because you're probably struggling. There is Jupiter in your 4th house of Gemini. That's where Gemini is, in the house of home, family, your roots, your foundation. So Jupiter's there, the moon will be there, the sun is there, Venus is there. Mercury is going to mosey in on Monday. And so maybe you're like, oh my God, do I want to live here? Is this where I want to live? Are the people in this space loving? What do I need for my place to be more comfortable? And you have to communicate that. It's not the easiest thing to do for a Pisces, right? Saturn is in your 1st sign, so maybe you've changed through this Saturn transit. And you're now having to communicate things about your home, about your family, about your roots and your foundation. And you just are like, I don't know. I don't know anything about this. And you're having a really hard time communicating that. I say communicate it, write it down, journal it, but get some clarity. Don't just say things because you're feeling some type of way. Have discernment when you have that conversation with the people around those things. Here it is. Wisdom. Hello. Discernment and wisdom is what you need before you speak those things to the people and tell them about themselves or about who you are. Hi, it's your girl, and this is your Gemini New Moon. I know I said I wasn't gonna do it, but I just felt the call to do it. This is for Aries rising. This is happening in your third house, where Gemini rules. Now you have Jupiter there, the sun there, a moon is gonna be there, Venus is there, Mercury is gonna be there. This is a busy time for teaching, for learning, for short distance travel. Set some intentions around those areas of your life, really asking for expansion, but clarity and discernment when it comes to those areas, especially if there's some miscommunication with siblings or cousins or female relatives, all right? Let's pull an oracle card for you. Can you see it? Isn't that funny? Third eye chakra. Really dive deeply into this space. If it's not sitting with your intuition, then it's probably not the way to go. Just really seek some quiet time. Listen more than you speak for this new moon, and let me know how this works out for you. Hi Taurus rising, this is your Gemini New Moon video. I know I said I wasn't gonna do it, but here I am. This is happening in your second house of self-worth and your value, your budget, your finances, the way your material possessions. So much energy. The sun, the moon, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, now in the second house, really asking you to evaluate how you're deeming your self-worth, and are you getting paid for that? Are you actually making the amount of money that you want to make? Maybe there's a conversation you need to have around that. Maybe there's affirmations that you need to say to clear out that throat chakra. Whatever you need to do, let's set some intentions around valuing ourselves more and seeing how we can expand and create more material flow. If that has to do with your banking, then do something about that. Let's pull an oracle card for you. There we go. It is the waiting game. So maybe you are up for a promotion, or just waiting for the right idea, the right time to express who you are, what you're worth. I say this is the time to go ahead and do it, but do it with clarity. Do it what feels good to your intuition. Okay? Okay.